under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Leadfoot TV, the fire never dies.
You talk too much, but the track don't lie. Quit stalling out, quit wasting time. Let me wait for this, pedal to the floor. Quit whining, drive like you want more. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On LFRL TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's a throttle we trust. Rubbing doors at 200 strong. The weak get wrecked, the brave roll on. Every last war, no mercy inside. If you came to complain, step off the ride. The time is ticking, the engine's roared. Hawaii drive, that's what it's for. From the sims to the screen, it's the edge of your seat. Burning rubber where legends compete. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On LFRL TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive.
Good Sunday evening, everybody, and welcome to coverage of race number 2 with the Leadfoot Racing League. Our broadcast coverage of the Atlantic Cabinet Company 125 is at the virtual iRacing Southern National Motorsports Park in Kinley, North Carolina, coming off of their successful Speed Week since last Saturday with the Cars Tour, and we are glad that you're joining us for the coverage of the LFRL National Division. Coverage on LSRTV, Leadfoot TV, and radio coverage on the Community Radio Network. In for Emmett Crow is my good friend Chris Golden, ARCA NASCAR driver from Golden Racing. Tracy Brown is on production, and as always, I'm Wesley Outland. Thank you guys for Tracy and Chris covering for me while I had real announcer obligations because of the weather at Caraway Speedway. I'm still up topside in the broadcast booth at Caraway Speedway in Asheboro, North Carolina, but ready to bring this one to you. It's time now for the starting lineup for this race, and we'll get the thoughts of Chris Golden in just a moment. Brody Rhodes and Justin Brooks will make it the front row to the outside of row number 1 and 2. Inside outside, we'll find Cameron Chandler, the only man that's won a race this year beside Justin Brooks, and Bryce Nelson on the outside. Rob Donson and Cole Wilson will make up row number 3. Joe Farlow, as well as Haley Moody, back in the number 50 iRacing machine after running in the Jerry Moody Memorial at Southern National in memory of her father. She'll start on the outside of row 4. Aiden Neese, a former LFRL Series champion, and Jacob Brown will make up the outside of row 5 in the number 10 position. Rest of the lineup of 19 starters finds Landon Brown, Asher Bunkley, Rob Burnham, Carter Pendleton, Barnes, Deach, Kelly, Lepanus, and Daring. The Lucky Duck Motorsports green flag flies. We're racing Chris Golden here at Southern National.
Man, I am excited to see this one. I mean, something we don't see very often is Justin Brooks not being on the pole. It kind of makes me wonder if Rhodes has anything to shut him down this week, because he has been dadgum near like Superman in Leadfoot this year, and last year for that matter. But already I stand corrected as Brooks takes the lead.
Yeah, this race, by the way, is back at 125 laps, 25 laps less than what they ran 150 last week at Langley. This is, of course, again, Justin Brooks jumping out in front, getting around Rhodes and Chandler, and the JBR 33 from Darlington leads the way again coming out of turn number 4. Tonight's race is presented by Atlantic Cabinet Company, based in Lucaba, North Carolina. Atlantic Cabinet Company, ACC, not basketball, but the business, is a trusted local provider of quality kitchen cabinetry and craftsmanship for homes across eastern North Carolina. That is, again, Atlantic Cabinet Company. Brooks in the lead, but look at this battle behind them. This is Neese, Brown, and Dodson in the top 10. What a scramble coming out of 4 there, Chris.
It really is. I mean, Rob's trying to make that top line work. We saw towards the end of the earlier race tonight, that top line started to come in later on in the race, but here with this track seems to be a little cleaner. They are just not getting that drive off up top as we see Rob kind of fall in line behind the rest of these guys here.
By the way, don't forget we're live on simulcast on Leadfoot TV, LSRTV on the West Coast, East Coast, Leadfoot TV, and on the Community Radio Network as we had a late night of broadcast coverage in the afternoon into the evening on We Are CRN and the Community Radio Network because of Caraway Speedway's weather. We got all the races in, and we're bringing you this one, the final race of the evening at the 9 o'clock, Atlantic Cabinet Company 125. This is the National Division. Chris, can you give us a recap of the American Division race earlier? Who won it, my friend?
Definitely. Tristan Trantham took that took that victory early on. Landon Farmer actually led the majority of the race, but poor pit strategy at the end came back to bite him. He took 4 tires versus everyone else's 2, and he just could not work his way back through traffic, although he almost did. He just ran out of laps, ended up 4th on the day, but Trantham takes the win and extends his point lead by 4 points over the 2 that are tied for 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, all of this happening again as we watch Brooks now continue to lead the way. Rhodes is in that number 2 position. Chandler, Wilson, Farlow, all these guys right now single file on the bottom of the racetrack as Brooks continuing to be the Pied Piper. Rhodes, though, he's got a run on him coming off of that 17 degrees of banking here at Southern National as he dives down to the inside. Lap car of Bunkley up in the way as they work off 4 as a pick, Chris.
It really is. Let's see where Bunkley can find a decent line to stay out of the way here. Brooks and Rhodes coming in underneath. Bunkley doing a great job staying up out of that racing groove. Blinking quite a bit, though. Maybe a little bit of the cause of why Bunkley is going a lap down here. But very, very dangerous for him to be blinking right here with our leaders in traffic as they're working their way around him.
Down the back straightaway, 15 of 125 laps. Remember that there will be a stage caution at lap number 40 of the race. That is the 213 simware.com stage break. There's some of the details, of course, as Tracy throws it up on the screen. 125 laps, 44 miles around the 4/10 mile Southern National Motorsports Park. 17 degrees of banking. 40 laps will be the stage in stage 1. Then, of course, 1 set of tires, 1 fast repair, and 1 attempt at a green-white checker. That's how they rock and roll. As again, another Wild Ops pole award for Justin Brooks. He leads the cavalry heading to the midway point of stage 1 in turn 2. Oh, Brody Rhodes was the fast qualifier. My apologies. I thought it was Justin Brooks. Brody Rhodes in the number 9 was the fast man. Congratulations to him getting a pole award from Wild Ops.
For sure. I mean, with Justin Brooks always being up front anyway, he started outside pole, so he was still close to the front. I'll be honest, Wesley, so far, we need to start having Justin Brooks start in the parking lot to keep him out of the lead. Because he is always up there, and it seems like there's nothing anybody can do about it.
After the shenanigans he pulled, obviously, as we mentioned during the practice sessions going on, doing donuts in the middle of the pit area. Me and Tracy were kind of thinking we needed to penalize him for at least 5 laps, but that's not our decision. We're just broadcasters, and right now, Justin Brooks is dominating this thing. So, I will tell our audience, Chris, I told you this afternoon, before we came live on the air. I did offer a CRN All-Star Challenge for Justin Brooks. And here's what I offered everybody. At the end of the season, this is what our intent is. And I think Tracy's going to create a logo, or Landon's going to create a logo. We're going to promote it because, Tracy, you're a witness. You heard him say he would do it. Tracy Brown, I offered it to Justin Brooks, Chris Golden, last Sunday night. I said, okay, I want you to start in the pits 3 laps down. Nobody can wreck you to win. Like, I'm not going to let somebody crash you out to win and get the money. But if you can start the race 3 laps down from the rear and win the race, I will give you a $100 bonus. If somebody beats you, the Community Radio Network would give you $100. Now, the only way to do it, Chris, is you got to do it fair. I don't want to see no nonsense of crashing and turning somebody, wrecking Justin Brooks. I don't want to see that. And I don't want to see Justin do that to anybody else as well. You got to race them. You want to race them clean. It's going to be exciting, but he did say, Chris Golden, that he will take the challenge. We're going to see if we can put that together at the end of the regular season 5 schedule and try to have like an all-star night. And I get to pick the track, and I get to pick the place.
Oh, that is going to be insanely exciting. That may be the only way to stop him is to put a bounty like that and just absolutely cripple him in the race as well with a 3-lap penalty. But something we're seeing here in this race that I noticed rolling over from the first one, as we're about 28, 29 laps into this race, these cars are getting very, very loose on corner exit, especially in turn 4. So these guys are going to burn these right rears off really, really quickly. And we even saw Rhodes get loose a couple times. So I'm anxious to see how they're able to maintain here.
We had a visit from Charles Wooten, the associate producer of LSRTV in the West Coast for your home for sim racing. Don't forget the coverage of the LFRL continues for season 5, but in a few short weeks' time, the Northwest Racing Series in season number 13 fires up. Coverage will begin on Monday and Thursday night with a pre-league before a big announcement made a few weeks ago that they're going to be having their official national championship on Tuesday and Thursday night from August until February. That's what they plan on doing. They're going to have, so they're based out of the Pacific Northwest, Chris. So it's Oregon, California, Montana, Colorado, Nebraska, all them places. So if it's cold and it's snowy and rainy, their plan is now to have like a racing season whenever on Monday and Thursday night, whenever it's during the cold, rainy winter months. They're not going to race during the regular racing season. There will be a little pre-amp season, if you will, that starts in March, but obviously that goes from March to July, but then they'll fire back up with their big national schedule coming up in September to February. So looking forward to that one. Right now, heading to the end of stage number 1 for the Leadfoot Racing League National Division. And Chris, it is all Justin Brooks. Nobody can get to this guy. Even the pole man Rhodes is stuck back in second. It's the 21 sideways. Oh.
Ooh.
Was Casey Kelly, my good friend Casey Kelly. Casey and Cody Kelly, both of them were in the Ram race for the seat, and they're prominently respected late model and truck racers in the PD region of South Carolina. They run at Florence and Myrtle Beach when it was open, Dillon Motor Speedway, and pretty cool to have those guys on the lineup as we are closing to the end, Chris Golding, of stage 1 here in the Atlantic Cabinet Company 125.
We really are, and you can see even our pole sitter Rhodes right now really fighting with that right rear. He was about 2/10 off of Brooks, but he's fallen back to about 4/10, almost a half second, and he has really, really cooked that right rear. You can see here coming out of 4, anytime he touches the throttle, that car steps away with him, and that's going to bring us to lap 40 there. So we're coming basically the white flag of the stage right here.
Yeah, the white flag will go in the air. One more lap to go here in the stage, as right now, here comes Justin Brooks. He'll work off turn 4. Caution flag presented by Golden Racing. The golden rule is Chris's rule. It's him. And the caution is out for the first time as we have completed the 213 simware.com stage break. Now, I got a feeling, Chris, we're not going to see anybody come down to the pit lane right now. I mean, there's still plenty of racing left to go, only 40 laps in. I don't see anybody coming to pit road.
They only have one set of tires, so honestly, you may be right here. I think they're going to save them for later in that run. But, I mean, we've been clean and green to this point, so it's really anybody's call. I mean, I'm one of those guys, I'd be asking my crew chief because I don't want to be making these decisions. But as far as iRacing goes, I would probably go ahead and come down and take that fresh rubber now, just in case this thing goes clean and green the rest of the way.
Yeah, and right now, obviously, Justin Brooks, some drivers, Dagan Barnes and others are coming down to the pit lane. So some takers are heading to pit road, but not the front runners, as obviously they just wrapped up a successful Speed Weeks at Southern National Motorsports Park. Obviously, Caden Quapple and Keelan Harvick picking up the victory in the Cars Tour events. No, I'm sorry. It was actually Mason Walters that actually won, driving for Dennis Setzer in the Cars Tour. Keelan Harvick won the Icebreaker race down in South Carolina. And it's awesome to see racetracks up and going again in the Carolinas, the Southeast, not just NASCAR, County Line on the dirt, Southern National Caraway, Dillon, Orange County around the corner, Wake County, and so many more. Part of the LFRL family, and of course, other tracks across America. Racing season back in full swing, and the LFRL is at the midway point of the season. Let's look at the schedule as we are going to be back in action next Sunday night. After tonight in round 6 at Southern National, it's on to the home stretch. And how about this one, Chris Golden? It's going to be a throwback night at the virtual birthplace of NASCAR stars Hickory.
Oh, I absolutely love in every single league that we run. I love Throwback Night. I love the history of our sport. It is by far my favorite, from the Cup guys all the way down to mini stocks here on iRacing and in the NASCAR series as well at Darlington. Throwback Night is by far my favorite.
Pace car onto the pit lane, wrapping up a 213 Sipware stage break. Green flag back out. Green flag presented by Lucky Duck Motorsports. Does anybody got anything for the PD bad boy of Justin Brooks? Will his back be giving him any problems in the virtual world? Gotcha, Justin, as they work into turn number 1. Brooks now. Rhodes is after him. So is Wilson. What's going to go on as we work the back straightaway, Chris?
Looks really, these guys are running this race very, very smart right now, especially these top 7. They got single file very, very quickly because they know the only shot they're going to have at Justin Brooks is to not get racy with each other. They have to save their equipment, and they are close enough to the front where they're able to save. As long as they don't race each other, they're still going to have a shot at Justin. But the instant they get door to door and start burning their stuff off, they're all sitting ducks, and he's going to pull away.
Couple of cars with ink and blink and nod in the back, but there's Landon Brown battling the other 5 machine of Casey Kelly. Cody Kelly, that is, actually, as they work their way back. No, it is Casey around the racetrack again. Casey Kelly and Landon Brown going at it as we close in on 75 laps to go and about 12 or 13 away from the cross flags of this event. Chris, they're back at turn 1 and 2, and Brooks is starting to get a little amount of a charge by Rhodes getting after him on the back door.
He really is. I mean, Rhodes is right there with him, staying single file, and we see the huge gap, just like I was talking about. Chandler and Wilson started getting racy with each other. Chandler goes by Wilson and takes that position, but it cost him a whole second to our leader. So that's what getting racy is. You may gain that position, but it's going to cost you in the grand scheme of the race because that door-to-door, I mean, they're a second back now.
Yeah, all of this happening again is right now we continue to see all of this great action going on, working across the stripe, back into turn number 1 and 2. It is Justin Brooks, it is Rhodes, it is Chandler. Chandler back to 3rd in the Monster Energy car. He's the only driver that beat Justin Brooks. It happened in round 1 at USA. Since then, Chris Golden, it has been the PD bad boy in the 33, leading them again now as we head towards 55 complete.
Absolutely. That first race, we're not even going to count that one because, darn it, Justin Brooks got taken out by a lap car, so I'm sure he doesn't want to count it or remember it, and he's going to pretend it doesn't exist. I sure would, but it's almost like kissing your cousin. It counts, but not really. And here we are with Justin Brooks again, but this time he has some real pressure off of Rhodes right there in second.
It's the Leadfoot Racing League Late Model iRacing Tour, and it is the national division. Remember, the American division ran earlier this afternoon. Tristan Trantham winning that one. This is the national division. Chris Golden, Golden Racing, joining me in the broadcast booth, as I'm understanding Charles Oberg and Emmett Crow playing hooky. I'm literally in a real. Can you imagine, Chris Golden? I'm in a real press box, in a real racetrack, in a TV broadcast booth, calling the races with you on iRacing now, my friend.
Oh man, that is crazy. I'm very envious because I am sitting in a work truck in the middle of the oil field, staring at 2 pumps, broadcasting to you right now on Leadfoot TV and LFRL as we have our second caution of the day. First one for cause.
Whatever it takes, right? That's whatever it takes, no doubt about it. So, caution is out again. The yellow flag for the second time. Another Golden Racing caution flag. Pick what happened here.
Showing the 88, Michael Deach. I'm going to destroy his name there, but Looks like a little bit of a touch from Rob Burnham right there coming out of turn 2. Just a little bitty, barely tap on the quarter panel. But when those suspension unloaded, you just come up off the apron right there. A little tap's going to send him on around. That's going to be our first caution of the day for a cause. And we're on lap 62 here. Great green flag run for these guys.
Mr. Tracy Brown, if you want to check your broadcast chat, you can see a picture that I just sent you, my friend, in real time. And obviously that is work. Is it really work though, Chris, when you get paid doing what you love to do, right? When, you know, I mean, it's preparation. I'll be honest with you. I spent last night working on broadcaster notes for the LFRL because I knew I was going to be doing real racing today at Caraway. But, I mean, it's been a long day. Thank you for covering me for race number 1. You know how aggravating the weather can be. But at the end of the day, man, we're getting it in, and we are literally heading to the halfway mark of this race. We're already halfway home. 63 down, 62 to go, and still, does anybody got anything for Justin Brooks? I think that's the question we have to ask week after week, it seems.
I think Rhodes does. I hate to speak too soon or give him the broadcaster curse, but if anybody has anything for him tonight, it's going to be Rhodes, because no one else has been able to hold a candle to these two cars. But Rhodes has been within 1 to 2 tenths of Justin Brooks all night. And it begs the question, is he giving it all he has and just to stay up with Brooks, or is he still saving? I bet we're going to find out in these next 65 laps.
Well, the field will make their way back to the CRN restart zone. Lucky Ducks Motorsports green flag will fly, and we are back at our way. Field works their way to the back straight away. It is Justin Brooks now. He's in the lead over Rhodes. Farlow, how about Aiden Neese? Quietly, methodically, here comes the blue 45 now, Chris. He's working his way in the top 5 as they go into 1.
Really has, and almost in just muscling his way into the top 5. It goes by the 3 and the 21 there. Jacob Brown just kind of not really move the guys out of the way, but just put his car where they weren't. The Carter Pendleton almost splitting him right there. But Brooks still getting that jump out front. But at least the top 4, top 5 cars are smart enough to all get in a line and know that's their best shot at getting to Justin Brooks, and trying to not race each other too much. All get in line as we show the top 10 now has fallen in single file.
The National Division obviously on track right now in the Atlantic Cabinet Company. 125 and 70 of 125 laps. We are heading to the home stretch of this one. As, by the way, countdown will again begin. I think it's with 25 to go. I think is what Tracy was telling me. Tracy, the numbers are still small. They're the same on the, I don't know if you caught that or not. So. No, it's not the fact that the numbers are small. It's the fact that it's the same thing on the big ticker. I thought it was going to be a countdown.
It's okay, Wesley. We know how you love to look at little stuff. So we just want to keep those. We didn't want those numbers
really
to
had
get
to go there, didn't you?
I think it's safe to say those numbers are even micro.
Yeah, thank you, Micro Cabaret. I'll tell you what, man, looking forward to it. And thank you to the Atlantic Cabinet Company as well. Catch that segue there, heading towards the 50 laps to go mark. Landon Brown right now working his way up into the top 10. He's in the 8th spot. He's got Lenny Brown up in front there as well. All those drivers right now, Landon Brown, Jacob Brown, Aiden Neese, 6th, 7th, and 8th. They're going at it again as they work the back straightaway, and still Brooks in front.
Yeah, that's the pattern we're used to seeing. Rhodes is still right there with him, but they have just pulled out to almost a 2-second lead, 1.6 to be exact, over 3rd place. It's going to be the Brooks and Rhodes show today, because I don't think anybody else has anything to touch these guys.
There you go. As right now, it is still Brooks holding on to that top spot. The game of cat and mouse heats up, because here comes Rhodes, the 9 Toyota, looking high, looking low, down to the inside. Can he get him a clear? Not yet. Bladensboro, North Carolina, Darlington, South Carolina, battling for the lead. Under 50 to go at Southern National as they go into turn 3.
back and forth. Rhodes really appears to be setting up Brooks. It looks like he's doing everything he can to push Brooks without pushing himself. He's getting right up on that rear bumper. We see that Intimidator-esque type of drive in line he's taking into the corner to ease right up onto that rear to really try to let Justin Brooks know, hey, I'm right here on you. You need to go faster, to make him use up his tires so that he can pounce late in this race. And he's not really pushing the issue right now. He's just making Justin Brooks as nervous as he possibly can.
2.5 seconds doesn't seem like a lot on an interval between Rhodes and Chandler, and obviously Brooks and Rhodes for the lead. Chandler back in third, but there's the interval right there. They're coming off of turn 4. The leaders are back in turns 1 and 2. That's the distance between these guys, and as they continue to battle for the third spot, opening the door to Farlow, Neese, and Brown, they are now letting Brooks and Rhodes pull away, but that will be for naught, as we have another Golden Racing caution coming out for the third time with 43 to go here, Chris.
Yeah, we're showing the 92 Asher Bunkley here. Already multiple laps down. Disappears. Not sure if that's going to be our caution, but we will keep watching here. Bunkley finally actually back on the lead lap and just self-spins out of nowhere. Very, very aggressive spin there. Almost like a mechanical failure, but I'm not sure what could have caused that, Wesley.
Yeah, the yellow flag out over the racetrack, and we will see what happened here. Obviously, with Bunkley's car, Asher Bunkley, Joe Farlow. Some others are onto the pit lane. Something we haven't done as well. Justin Brooks just pitted. So has the 9 of Rhodes. They're pitting. We haven't took a break in a while. We'll step away. We'll take a break, and we are back for the restart. 42 laps to go. This is the LFRL Late Model National Tour from Southern National. The Atlantic Cabinet Company 125 comes back to green when we return. And the green flag just flew. By the way, caution laps count as it makes the show go by quicker. We're back underway. 3 wide for the lead. Chandler is up in front. But here comes Brooks on the move, going after Brown and Wilson, and a caution. Big trouble out of turn number 4, bottom of the apron.
Brooks making a big run there, but it's going to be all for naught with that caution. I mean, he gained quite a few spots, obviously pitted. Got a big jump on these guys that didn't pit on some older rubber here, but let's look back, showing Rob Burnham being part of this in that 12 car. We're going to find out. Looked like it was Aiden Neese and Travis Lapinus as well. I saw back there in that scuffle coming out of 4. 41, Dagan Barnes into the 12. Looks like Dagan locked him up to try to stay off the 12 and ended up turning himself is what we're seeing here. And we're going to see how it looks right here. Oh, yeah, just locked it up into the 88, the 3, the 16. No damage there for the 16 in Lapinus, though. It looked like just the 41, or sorry, the 14. I'm so used to calling him the 41. He runs the 41 in the Golden Racing League. But the 14, Dagan Barnes there, just tried to get her shut down and ended up shutting himself down.
A lot of big things coming up for the Golden Racing League. Real quickly, promote that on Tuesday and Thursday nights, a dirt and a pavement series, Chris.
Absolutely. We race asphalt on Wednesdays, different car, different track every week. It's open setups to build essentially better iRacers that understand the platform better. And then we run dirt on Saturdays just because we have a lot of guys that enjoy running dirt. Previously, we actually ran late model stocks at Southern National this past Wednesday. We had 24 cars take the green flag in only our 6th week of operation. So growing very rapidly. We have a lot of great drivers, a lot of great admins, and amazing things going on over at Golden Racing League, which you can find all of our videos right here on Leadfoot TV.
There you go. And obviously Leadfoot TV, and we're working on something that is going to be a massive iRacing syndication for the Golden Racing Network. I love the Golden Racing Network. Coming up soon, it'll be the wrapping up of another Golden Racing caution, and pretty soon it'll be time to dig, my friend. That's where it all started for our buddy Chris Golden. Joining me, filling in for Emmett Crow, high above Caraway Speedway, as we go back to green with 32 laps remaining. Brooks now on the high side. He's got the momentum. He'll go after the machine of Chandler and the 93 of Wilson as they work again out of turn to 4. It is on, and it is on big time. Watch this now. Side by side, the 93, Wilson door to door. There is now Chandler. Chandler now. When does Brooks make his move, Chris? He's waiting patiently as they work in 2.
He really is. He didn't want to force the issue here, but he big move trying to go 3 wide there, and he gets loose. Justin Brooks, something we don't see very often, gets on the throttle a little hard and loses the tail of the car, allowing Rhodes to get under him here and into the wall attitude. Justin Brooks falling apart here.
And look at this. Tracy, you might want to refresh timing and scoring. App engineering went down with live timing, and it's also not showing on the ticker as well, my friend. As right now, Chandler and Wilson at Rhodes, they are battling. It is on to the finish of this one. I still have nothing. I'll carry this one down to the inside. All this with Chandler and Wilson door to door. Look at Brooks. And now how about Rhodes, the fast qualifier? He is not wasting no time getting up to the front, getting around Justin Brooks, and he's looking for a 3-car battle for second. There's contact. Rhodes, Wilson, spin. Brooks help Rhodes correct, and the Golden Racing caution is out. With the Golden time to dig, 25 to go, coming on turn 4 this time by as well.
Wow, what a move there by Justin Brooks. I hate to say it, because we're just broadcasters, and I don't want to assume, but that was kind of a very impatient move there by Justin Brooks. That's not something that a normal racer would do unless they really just want to shove their nose in there and think they're faster than the guy ahead of them. That would be one of those little bit of a disregard for your fellow competitors there.
We are under a caution. Here's a replay, and it is under 25 to go. By the way, that's presented by Golden Racing. Time to dig. What are you watching now? Well, look at this restart. Boy, they got, it's contact. And you know what? Rhodes has got to think. Justin Brooks, he's got damage on the right front, maybe toe-in damage, suspension problems. And now remember, they got a fast repair. But, man, Justin Brooks took the brunt of the damage on the right front to help correct Rhodes' car in the 9.
He really did. He was able to keep everybody corralled and everybody put together. I think he knows he got a little antsy there, but which of us haven't? I mean, it happens to all of us, but what we're looking at here, he's actually done something very, very smart, because being in second, his only competition right now is Chandler, because Rhodes can only go as fast as Chandler goes. And Chandler has been a 3rd place car all night long. Rhodes has been Brooks's only competition, and Rhodes is going to be hung up behind the 8 on this restart. So Brooks has a great opportunity to take this one.
Tracy, my friend, I don't know if there's a way you can refresh the app engineering link. I lost everything. I don't have anything. Timing, track map, spotter guide, none of my good stuff that you normally spoil me with, my friend. So there is, by the way, the unofficial point standings. This is unofficial, by the way. Right now, Justin Brooks and Aiden Neese. And a big lead for Justin Brooks on the quest for looking for another championship. As another, it's back, my friend, thank you. Another Golden Racing time to dig Golden Racing caution comes to an end.
Oh, Wesley, I'd
We'll
like
get
to
ready
point
for
out,
restart. Justin
it
Brooks at the
appears-
rear. Wow.
it appears an EOL for Justin Brooks. I don't have confirmation on that.
Wow.
Potentially an EOL for aggressive driving. But I can't confirm that. I'm not sure. But Justin Brooks definitely to the back of the pack there.
This is something that has not plagued the driver of the PD region of Darlington since the lid lifter of the year at USA International, where Cameron Chandler won. He's in the front right now. We're back under green. Under 20 to go. It's time to settle it in the Atlantic Cabinet Company 125 for the LFRL National Division late models. And just as fast as we go to green, we're crashing again. Another caution. 18 to go. Another yellow flag. Stand by. Here's a replay of what just happened on track. Happened in the back.
Also want to point out what a great jump by Justin Brooks. He's on a mission to get back up to the front. Heck, knowing Justin, he might have put himself back there just to prove a point. And we see the 12 getting sent around by a blinking 92 car.
Yeah, that's the 92 of Asher Bunkley, and the round goes the 12 car of Rob Burnham, and another stack-up, check-up, if you will, for the car behind him. There's Bunkley into the 12, and then nowhere to go for our buddy, of course, Travis Lapanis, our friend of the North from Canada. Sixth Golden Racing caution coming out. It's time to damn dig if you don't know. The shovels are out. I think they're digging for 6 feet and more right now, if you will. Pardon the pun, Chris.
Man, I think so. I'll shoot you straight here. There's a couple guys in here digging their own grave at this point because
yeah.
With Asher Bunkley blinking the way he is, man, that is going to be a danger to himself and everybody around him. Well, he's got to get that reined in, or it's going to cause some major issues as these guys get really aggressive. We're going to be about 15 to go in this next one.
Yeah, they certainly will.
It's going to be sketchy.
It really is, man, and I don't think the fat lady sung or even warm up her pipes just yet. I think there's still plenty of racing left to go, and there's still a chance of overtime as well if need be, if they have to do that. Here comes the field back inside the CRN restart zone. Boy, I hope you've enjoyed coverage of racing, iRacing, real racing, basketball regionals. The state championships this week begin on Wednesday. CRN at wearecrn.com as the Golden Racing caution is done. Green, Lucky Duck Motorsports, green flag back out. Sorry, guys. I know I sound like a sponsor robot, but we got to thank those sponsors here at the Atlantic Cabinet Company 125. By God, I did it again. 13 to go. Battle for the lead. Chandler and Rhodes not done. And another Golden Racing caution.
Oh, let's see what this one was. It's going to be another dive bomb moment, I'm thinking, over in turn 2. They're 3 wide right there in front of Brooks. It is, Haley Moody coming down,
Haley
squeezing. Moody. It looked like squeezing the 93 on entry, just didn't quite have the line there. He's all the way down to the line. 3 wide racing there with a 21 of Pendleton, and just Wilson, Moody, and Carter just did not have enough room there. And Haley just squeezed the 93, and he was already there.
It's a tough break again for the driver of Haley Moody. By the way, her father, the 2nd annual Jerry Moody Memorial, was held at Southern National Motorsports Park. Obviously, the Diaz family paid homage to Jerry, and the gentle big giant in the pit area. Every time I saw Haley's dad, Jerry, always just fun times. I'll never forget it, Chris Golden. I was literally one of the announcers of the broadcast team whenever Haley Moody won at the Myrtle Beach 400, and her dad passed away that night, the next day. And I mean, that just it just shows you how racing is, man. It's like what happened with obviously Ty Gibbs, and he won the Xfinity Championship at Phoenix a couple of years ago, and the following day his father passed away. I mean, that's just how the racing industry is. But obviously, the Jerry Moody Memorial was a special tribute. I know the LFRL. Tracy, I don't know if you knew this or not. The LFRL got some love at Kinley as well. They were on race cars.
Oh, sorry, I had to unmute my mic. Yeah, I got some, what would you call it, behind-the-scenes photos or whatnot there.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was all. That's a big plus for sure. Here we go.
LFRL getting some national coverage, if you will. Back underway. Green flag. Chandler moved out the way with a bump and run by Rhodes. Rhodes, the Wild Ops fast qualifier, has worked his way back to the lead, and now the 29 of Farlow pushes Chandler way high. He'll take that spot away. Kelly and Farlow now battle for second. Rhodes to the lead. Under 10 to go as they work in turn 3.
Justin Brooks already up here, passing Chandler for what appears to be 6th or 7th. Really, first restart, shoved it 3 wide with Pendleton in the middle. Very aggressive, but very, very Justin Brooks as he's working his way through traffic here. But he has hit a roadblock with 5 to go. Man, I hate to say it, I want to give everybody else TV time, but I really want to keep eyes on Justin Brooks in this one.
Keep an eye on Brooks. He's in the number 7 spot as he is trying to work through this wad of traffic. The battle of the 5s in front of him. Of course, Landon Brown and Casey Kelly. Casey Kelly and Cody, part of the Ram race for the seat that was won by Cars Tour driver Minnie Tyrell out of Manassas, Virginia. Nonetheless, the battle of the 5s, it goes on. Nice hung out to dry. Brooks goes to the top side. Even with a damaged car, he is trying to pick these cars off one by one, but time is running out. 3 to go at Kinley.
We see Brooks really shove it in there again on entry. He is really, really forcing the issue on these guys' left rear quarter panels. I am a huge Justin Brooks fan, but I'm a little bit torn right now about that strategy. It's very aggressive, and to be honest, I'm gonna be kind of transparent here. It doesn't show much regard for your other competitors.
Time is out. The white flag presented by Tiltify. 1 to go, and it is going to be Rhodes. Another winner, a third different winner as Justin Brooks tries to battle to get to the 5s for the podium. He will not. It is the driver of the number 9. Welcome to victory lane, Brody Rhodes. Joe Farlow, Landon Brown cannot get around Casey Kelly. And when it is said and done, Bladensboro, North Carolina, Brody Rhodes and the Rhodes Racing entry finally picks up his first ever career win in the Toyota number 9. He'll take the National Division event for the Atlantic Cabinet Company 125 here on the high banks of Southern National Motorsports Park. The celebration is on for Brody Rhodes. Justin Brooks will hold on to the points lead unofficially coming out of tonight's event at Kinley. But I'll tell you what, going into Hickory for Throwback Night next Sunday, I'm telling you, Chris, could we see the changing of the guard? I think that penalty really set things and put quicksand on Justin Brooks, if you will. He could never get out of it, and at the end of the night, he'll have to settle for the number 5 position in the race here. Wow.
For sure, but what a drive he had. I mean, he had 16 laps when we went back green after that penalty, and he gets all the way from 17th back to 5th. What a drive back to the front. It really shows even the aggressive nature of Justin Brooks. It really shows his drive to win these races and how much it means to him. Almost Earnhardt-esque. I hate using that term, but it really was. It was a hates to finish second type mentality with Justin Brooks, and I do have to admire that.
And by the way, if that wasn't enough as well, look at this as well being a factor, because what a great driver he is, right? We know how damn good Justin Brooks is. Every dog has his day. And was it the jumping of the restart? Was it being a cause of the big wreck and being a part of it and getting an EOL penalty for that? Was there something that happened that we missed? We're not sure. But obviously being sent to the rear. And I don't think he took the time to come down pit road to take a fast repair because he knew he didn't have enough time to really race. He had to get up on the wheel and race for the finish. Or maybe he's kicking himself, Chris Golden, because he did not take the fast repair to fix the car and try to flawlessly come back through the field. Nonetheless, he'll settle for a top 5, at least a salvageable points day. Here's the results of the LFRL National Division Atlantic Cabinet Company 125 from Southern National Motorsports Park. Brody Rhodes will pick up the win. He's the third different winner of the season, joining Brooks and Chandler. Joe Farlow will finish in second. Casey Kelly from, of course, Florence and Dillon, and, of course, the Ram Race for the Seat driver, great friend from South Carolina, Hartsville. We'll talk to him in a moment. Landon Brown will settle for a top 5. Justin Brooks 5th. Aiden Neese, a former series champion, will go 6th. USA International winner Cameron Chandler, 7th. Asher Bunkley, Carter Pendleton, and Cole Wilson at one time. The Munster Energy White 93 was up in the front making noise, Chris, but at the end, he'll have to settle for a 10th place finish.
Absolutely. As we run through the rest of the finishing order here, Rob Donson started 5th, ended up 11th, kind of fell through the pack there. Jacob Brown, 12th. Rob Burnham, 13th. Michael Deach, 14th. Dagan Barnes, Golden Racing League regular, back there in 15th. Travis Lapinas, a great GARS competitor, winner of the Daytona race at GARS this year, in 16th. Haley Moody, 17th. Bryce Nelson, 18th. James Daring, looks like he didn't quite take the green, 126 laps down, showing him 19th.
Of course, when it's all said and done, the checkered flag will fall with a very fun 125 laps. No need for overtime, and when it is said and done, it is the driver, of course, of Brody Rhodes, joining drivers of Chandler and Brooks in victory lane here at Southern National. We're going to take a break to thank our sponsors. When we come back, we will talk to the podium drivers and close things here at Southern National for the Atlantic Cabinet Company 125 for the American and the National Division. By the way, before we do go to break, I want to say thank you to Tiltify. They're the official sponsor of the One to Go. Tiltify gives you the tools you need to engage and raise more money for your charity. Donate immediately to all of your favorite charities, including the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, Water Aid America, Stand Up to Cancer, and so many more. Do your part today and visit tiltify.com for more information. We're taking a break. When we come back, Chris Golden and yours truly will talk to the podium drivers. Broads winning here at Southern National. Stay tuned. Post-race interviews are coming up here in a matter of moments, but we also need to pause to take care of a little business on the radio as well as we are approaching the top of the hour. As the race is in the books, we'll talk to the drivers on the podium next from Southern National.
You're listening to the CRN Community Radio Network. We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Simulcast coverage of the iRacing LFRL National Tour continues on from Southern National as the Atlantic Cabinet Company 125 is in the books. Chris Golden from Golden Racing, Tracy Brown on production as always. I'm Wesley Outland, the voice of LFRL, up topside from the real NASCAR Caraway Speedway in Asheboro, North Carolina. We'll grab the drivers. We'll grab actually an interview with Dagan Barnes of ACC, and I don't mean basketball, as well as everybody's all excited for March Madness and the tournament starting this week. The Atlantic Cabinet Company is what I'm referring to. But when it's said and done, Brody Barnes joins us in victory lane, from winning the Wild Ops Fast Qualifier Award to the craziness that went on with Brooks and Wilson and Chandler. And when it's said and done, Brody, you are a winner of the LFRL, sir. How you feeling, man?
Man, that was awesome. I mean, Justin ran me clean the whole race. I ran him clean, a lot of back and forth. I mean, I was really just riding the whole time. But first I want to throw it up to God. God got me through. He got me through every race this week at Southern National for Speed Weeks in real life. Had to get redemption on here tonight, but I'm glad to be out here with the LFLR crew, and it was a lot of fun.
Chris, got questions, my friend? Go ahead. That's how we do this thing here in post-race.
Gotcha. Yeah. Sorry. I was just enthralled. I was watching our playback there of Rhodes' cars. We're going to call him the Brooks Slayer tonight because, man, dude, there ain't nobody else that could have even touched Justin. And I ain't going to lie to you, man, and I ain't going to sugarcoat it for our fans. You had his number all night. You were the only car on his rear bumper within 0.2 of a second of him all night long. How did you pull that off? Because no one else has been able to do that.
I mean, really, if you watch Justin, he's a heck of a driver on iRacing. Everybody knows that. When it comes to late model stock racing on iRacing, Justin is the daggone guy to beat. And I kind of just paced myself at his pace. I probably pushed it a little harder than he did through the race, but the circumstances just played out in my favor. He probably would have had me if that whole probably lap 100 incident didn't happen. But, I mean, it was a heck of a race between me and him the whole time, but it was a lot of fun.
Man,
Tell you what, to win this race, Brody, do you feel, and I want to say this, obviously, with Southern National just completing, Speed Weeks, Diaz and the company, the Cars Tour, and all the races and the money he put up for crazy 5-6 nights of racing. I mean, we need more tracks on pavement to friggin' take a chance like that. Me and Diaz don't see eye to eye on some things, but I will tell you, I got to give him mad props for what he does with these types of events, with the Speed Weeks. But man, I will say this. Do you feel like running the events this past week helped you out when you got on the sim for virtual Kenley? I mean, was it like jumping on the real thing, if you will?
I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you. The line is the exact same. No difference whatsoever. But this whole race in general felt just like it did last night. Me and Spencer Bradshaw literally had the exact same run me and Justin had. It had so many memories from last night, but it was so much fun the whole time.
Well, buddy, before we let you go, final question, and segue this with your sponsors. What does it mean to finally be a winner of the Leadfoot Racing League? I know this has become a very popular series. People want to brag about and win. You've done it now tonight in beating a guy like Justin Brooks and others to do it. Can you give me your take of the accident, the contact between you and Brooks? And I got to say, he kind of gave you a mulligan, didn't he? Because I don't think if he wouldn't have been there, you might have been going into the wall head on maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I looked at it as more of a racing deal. If something would have happened to me, I wouldn't have been mad about it. because that was basically the exact same incident I got into yesterday at Southern National and Legends. But I ended up getting sent to the rear yesterday, but Justin got the bad end of the stick tonight. I hate that for him, but I mean, more weeks to come, so we'll see what happens.
Well, buddy, the sponsors, people you want to thank, man, enjoy this for sure. Congratulations.
Yep, like I said, God number one for sure. 316 Motorsports, Willie. Any of your legend car needs, hit him up. My mom, my dad, my sister's in the living room watching. So it was a lot of cool to perform in front of all these people.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Bladensboro, North Carolina, from real late models to iRacing. Yeah, this man gets it done. Brody Rhodes becomes now the third different winner in Season 5 of the Leadfoot Racing League, presented by Eastern Technical Designs, as he wins the national division of the Atlantic Cabinet Company 125. Let's go now and grab second place and get the thoughts of Joel Farlow. Joel, long time coming in that Hunt Brothers Pizza Realtree number 29. You have had your share of bad luck, more good luck than it's been in a while, but what a way to turn it around on the high banks of Kinley and get second, sir.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. It's finally, I've not been any bad luck this week. It has been a long time in the series for some reason. I have not got any wrecks, and it feels really good to not wreck. And I got a top 2 out of it. That's pretty good. Coming into this, I thought I was going to be slow. I came into practice. I was not slow, and then I was starting to find something that Justin was doing. I started picking up. But I felt like it was going to be pretty good if we just rode around. I was going to be about 5th, 6th in the field. And then with the strategy stuff, the way the cautions flew, I was able to probably cycle to about 3rd or 4th if I could get around like Cole or something. But then they started wrecking and stuff. I just was able to avoid all the wrecks. And at the end, Brody put a good move on Cameron. And I was able to get around Cameron as well after that. I just followed Brody about the whole time. He was class of the field at that point.
Heck yeah, Joel. Great run tonight. You're kind of one of the, we're not going to say pioneer members of the Leadfoot Racing League, but you've been around a pretty good while. You're kind of a member of the old guard by now. I've been able to race with you a few times in the few appearances I've made in Leadfoot. And like you said, it's been a while since you've been here on the podium with us. And talking about all the avoidance, man, how were you able to really get through that stuff? Because man, it was like bombs were exploding all around you, and you're just tiptoeing through it. Kind of walk us through some of those.
Well, I will say, I wouldn't say I'm a pioneer. I'm only 16 years old. I just started last year in this league. But with the avoiding the wrecks, I kind of had a good enough cushion between Cole and them when they wrecked. I was able to avoid that, able to get on the apron. And then with like the other stuff, I was just on the bottom, and when you get spun out, you tend to go to the top and then you come back down. So I was the car that can get underneath them before it came back down. That's kind of what I was basically doing. I didn't really do nothing special to avoid it. I just got lucky, kind of. Sometimes you need that in racing.
I'll tell you what, Joel, I know that it has been, like I said, more bad luck than good luck this year, but do you just have a special place for, obviously, Southern National, and what does it mean to hopefully carry this momentum to turn things around for the remainder of the year? Still got about 4 or 5 races left to go.
Yeah, I'm hoping to, like, keep the momentum going. Now, we got, like, North Wilkesboro upcoming and South Boston the end of the year. Those are the 2 treks left on the schedule I'm most excited about.
Well, buddy, thank you for your time. There's Joel Farlow, everybody, from Candor, North Carolina. He will finish in the number 2 position. Big runner-up finish for this guy here in the LFRL National Atlantic Cabinet Company 125. All right, so the man that finishes behind him was the first winner in the Ram Race for the Seat. Remember that? Legends Cars, Ace Speedway, 3 cars, $5,000 to win. The biggest payout win in his career for our good friend and my buddy from Hartsville, South Carolina, for the Cody Casey family racing team, whether it's trucks, whether it is late models, whether it's legend cars. Casey Kelly, always great catching up with you, my friend, and welcome to the LFRL. How did you find out about this? And good job in a 3rd place, sir.
Yeah, I got give a shout out to Justin Brooks, one of my buddies. He wanted me to race for the past few weeks now, but the dad life's kind of taken over my early night, so it's hard to get in here by 9 o'clock and race. But I made it tonight barely, and didn't get any practice, and hooked my wheel up and jumped in here, and didn't qualify. I was just gonna start in the rear and have fun, and my brakes weren't working good. So during that first caution, I had to reset my brake pedal and get it going, and it went a lap down doing that. But once I got through that, I was pretty good. Just needed some more laps to get all the way to the front.
Chris. Hello, Chris.
I was talking to nobody because I had muted myself.
Ground control to Major Chris.
My apologies, guys. I tapped that old mute button. I'm just sitting there talking away to nobody. Yeah, Casey, great to have you in here with us tonight, joining us, slapping her up there on the podium. We thought at this race, when we took the checkered of this race, that we were safe from having anything to do with Justin Brooks on the podium tonight. But here we are with a Brooks Speed Shop car still in the top 3. Even when Justin is not in the top 3, we still have a Brooks car in the top 3. Welcome in, buddy. Walk us through that, because going a lap down, that's no easy feat here at Southern National. And these guys are no slouches in these cars. Lots of real-life racers like yourself, as well as multiple big-name sim racers. Walk us through kind of getting that lap back.
Yeah, so I was fortunately there was only me and one other person lap down. So when the caution came out, or whenever I knew I was lap down, I just had to stay in front of one person, and I could get the lucky dog for under the next yellow. So it wasn't too big of a deal. But once I did get back on the lead lap, there was so many cautions I really wasn't able to make up as much ground as I wish I could have. But other than that, good race. I had fun. Hopefully I can make some more of these LFRL races. I had a lot of fun, and I enjoy the fixed racing because you don't have to spend so much time making a setup. You can jump on a race real quick. So yeah, fun night.
So Casey, I got to ask you, buddy. Obviously, not only calling races for you and your brother for it seems like a decade, as long as I've known y'all, but getting the nod to be on one of the 16 drivers for the Ram race for the seat, and obviously, I know Minnie Tyrell won, Landon Huffman, Carson Ferguson got the truck rides at Martinsville later on in the spring and the fall. But has there been any type of credibility or notoriety or any special things that have come your way, you and Cody, for the upcoming racing season? Or is it just kind of back to Hartsville and back to just rocking in the PD region, if you will?
Mainly just the nothing's really come up yet, but we're hoping for it. It's been a lot of eyes on us that didn't even know who we were, and just we're from Florence and Hartsville, South Carolina. Nobody really knows the Kelly twins too much, so we know we got our name out there, and hopefully we get some sponsorship or whatever we can. We might run some cars tour races if it comes about, but nothing too special right now is in the works.
Well, Casey, before I let you go, Tracy Brown, do you have any?
I did hear that Little Ricky might run an ARCA race next year.
Oh man, why do you got to go there with that stuff, man? I'm telling you guys. And you know what? Casey, Justin was trying to pick on me earlier in the real race at Caraway, and I think God got him. God don't like ugly even in the virtual world. So I think that's why Justin didn't win the race tonight at Southern National. I'm just messing. Nobody will probably ever let me live that down for as long as I live, and I think Justin Brooks is one of them damn people. No, seriously, last week I'm literally laying in. I'm at the office working on notes for basketball, and the damn on the tap UAB thing pops up with freaking Zacharias and them, and sure enough, there's Justin Brooks talking. I'm about to say shit, so I will say it. Talking stuff about what happened with that the race in January. So no, it's all good, and obviously Justin Brooks is such a cool guy that I've known for many years, and Casey, you as well, my friend. All right, back to that, Tracy. We got a pretty cool guy here in Casey Kelly running with the series. We've had Pro Cup drivers, Xfinity drivers, NASCAR, former All-Pro drivers run, truck drivers run, even today and active and retired. This is pretty cool to have Casey Kelly from the Ram Race for the Seat joining us in the LFR. You got any question or anything you want to say to him, buddy? Boss?
Well,
Tracy Brown?
yeah. Well, I tell you, going back, I was kind of surprised that they signed up and registered to race with us. And, it was sort of surprising to me because I've never really heard of these guys. I mean, obviously they're very good drivers and everything. And for them to sign up with us and then to be able to see them on TV. And I was sitting there watching that, and I called up my brother, and I even said the same thing to Landon. Man, these right here are some sort of down. Yeah, these are down home guys. These are the kind of guys you would like to race with. You know what I mean? You can kind of.
Yeah.
I just feel like you can kind of mix it up with them. Say, hey, man, I screwed up there or whatnot, and no grudges held or anything like that. And at the same time, I don't know, man. They just granted they're from South Carolina, so I'm not going to hold that against them too much.
That's right.
But they just I don't know how would you say it? They're just like you know what I mean? Your neighbor. You know what I mean? It's just guys like I grew up with. These are the same type of friends that I had all through high school and all through life and everything. You can just tell that sort of thing kind of comes through on TV camera. And the only question that I have for Casey is, do you think you can get Cody on here with us?
Oh yeah, for sure. He'll race anytime. He actually plays iRacing more than I do probably. So, yeah, we'll get him on here. I'll tell him I had fun. He'll jump in here with us.
Okay.
But,
Oh my goodness.
but one thing about the Ram Racer seat is like you were talking about down there, people. That's why it was so cool because there were so many drivers on there that aren't going to have that shot to go to NASCAR without an opportunity like that. So it was really cool. All the people on there were awesome, and I'm really glad I got to be a part of it.
Well,
Yeah.
Casey, thanks, buddy, for taking the time to chat with us, my friend, and I'll see you down the road, sir. Always keep
All right.
on rocking.
Yes, sir.
Tell Justin I hope his back feel better. I hope his back.
Yeah. I think his back's hurting tonight after that
Yeah,
race.
I mean, after that front nose hit into the outside wall after losing, hitting in the wall in turn two, I'm sure he does got a bad back. So, nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, that is Casey Kelly.
See y'all.
It's all fun, everybody.
Thanks, Casey.
Sponsors of the Leadfoot Racing League include, of course, Eastern Technical Design Incorporated. We thank them, as well as Lucky Ducks Motorsports, Wild Ops, Golden Racing for the caution, the time to dig, Golden Racing, Chris Golden joining me in the booth, 213 Simware for the stage, Tiltify, one to go. Broadcast coverage is presented by the Community Radio Network, WeAreCRN.com, Leadfoot TV, and LSRTV, your home for sim racing. Four Wide Motorsports, Golden Racing, Cottle Chassis. And tonight's race is presented by the fine folks with Atlantic Cabinet Company. Located in Lucama, North Carolina, ACC is a trusted local provider of quality kitchen cabinetry and craftsmanship for homes across Eastern North Carolina. And joining us before we go off the air tonight is Mr. Dagan Barnes. Dagan, thank you for your time. Thank you for sponsoring this race. And, man, your take of the ACC being a part of the LFRL, pardon the pun. A lot of abbreviations there.
Yeah, thanks. I just really did enjoy this. I tried to run here way while ago, but scheduling and me being full-time in college kind of interrupted it all, and I'm really happy to be able to come back and run with you guys again. I just love coming out here every time with these huge name guys. It is an absolute honor to get to run with these people that I sit at trackside and have been watching since come up. It is just amazing to see these really, really talented guys and get to learn with them. I just love it out here.
Man, Dagan, it is really great to have you over here on the LFRL side. You've been on the Golden Racing side now since we started about 6 weeks ago. You've kind of adopted the nickname over there of Baby Simba because of your unique driver photos.
Baby Simba?
Baby Simba. So
sorry, good.
we just want to make sure you know that you are loved in both of these leagues. And it is a pleasure to have you with us on LFRL and over in the Golden Racing League. We love having you, buddy.
Thank you, man. Kind of feel like now I'm never gonna live down the Baby Simba thing from just pulled out of your little TikTok streams off of the side over there, and I should have never said anything when you typed that up the first time. I should have let it die.
I'm going to queue up the circle of life whenever you come out to qualify next week. Obviously,
So
little
look at his,
Elton
look,
John,
look at his
a
driver
little
picture.
Elton John when Barnes comes out to qualify. So
I say that driver
Oh,
picture is
Jesus.
baby Simba. Look at him. It's like Scar's son in Lion King 2.
Yes. I am the king. I am the king. You will do what I say. Oh yes, yes.
I
I
definitely didn't
actually
have that
liked
tonight.
Scar. I was Scar. I love Scar. So I was the bad guy. So. Run away, Mufasa, and never return. Oh hell, it's getting real now. Hey, Dagan from Lucama, brother. Before we let you go, man, tell everybody how they can contact you about work with the Atlantic Cabinet Company, sir.
It is just as easy as Googling up our name. We are obviously out on Google. I've got us an Instagram page and a Facebook as well directly. We don't exactly have a full-term website, but it's just as easy as hitting us up on Google and hitting up any of those links and messaging us directly. We're also contracted under Tim Tichy Enterprise, Tim Tichy Construction, out of Pikeville, North Carolina, and as well out of now moving to our new office in Rosewood, Heritage Building Solutions. All full service. We hook you up completely right. We have done names for anything as huge as just independent private owners to even Mount Olive Pickle Company. We have done phenomenal work for them out there on North Center Street in their pickle parlor bar. That is, we did the entire counter wrap and everything. So if you want to see a firsthand of what our work and how much attention to detail we try to put into the quality of our work, it is just as easy as taking a drive out to these places and just going for a look.
And by the way, obviously shameless plug to the town of Mount Olive. If you did not know, that's the home of the famous Mount Olive pickles across the country and the world for that matter. Pickle Fest is coming up in, April, I think it is, Dagan, the 40th edition, 40th anniversary of Pickle Fest in Mount Olive. So get you some Mount Olive pickles or relish or something. It's really good. Yeah.
There's a whole lot of green in that, so I think I've seen enough pickles after that job. That was a whole lot. We got it open
they better be
just
giving you
in
damn
time
pickles
for
for life, right? They better be giving you pickles for life. You got them out of a big pickle, pardon the pun. So, oh, Dagan Barnes, thank you, man. Tracy, Landon, final thoughts, guys. Obviously, Landon's gone, but Tracy, your final take of tonight, sir. Obviously, thanks again to Dagan Barnes and Atlantic Cabinet Company. Tristan Grantham winning race number 1, and when it's said and done, another first-time winner. And, of course, Brody Rhodes, my friend. Take us home, and congratulations to these guys. It is on to the next one at Hickory for the throwback race. Sir, your final take, Tracy.
Yeah, absolutely, Wesley. I tell you, well, first of all, I'd like to thank Dagan an awful lot for sponsoring this race and helping us out and being able to put this broadcast on. But, man, I tell you, this... I'm going to have trouble sleeping tonight, man. After these 2 races, I feel like I've already, kind of had a trackside spot out there at Southern National. Dagan knows what I'm talking about. I mean, man, it's just, I don't know, the excitement or everything, being out there in real life and seeing these cars compete, it just looks so real. And my goodness, man, what a race. Daggone, the competition there. I tell you what, if I had been out there in real life, I would have went home happy. And same way tonight. Obviously, I wasn't able to make it out there to Speed Week this past week. But I did have a representative there. My nephew, Landon, was out there sending me pictures, sending me texts, letting me know what was going on. And, man,
LFRL was on race cars. LFRL was on race cars. That was pretty damn cool. Yeah,
exactly right. We had Haley out there who, obviously we enjoy having her here. One of the cleanest drivers out here in our league, and for her to decide to put LFRL on a car, that's only the second time that's ever happened. The first time was a good buddy here, the broadcaster tonight, Chris Golden. We were repping a little LFRL on the hood of an ARCA car. But, I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. I'm using an awful lot of ahs and ums because I'm not really good. I'm not a very good wordsmith, but I just wanted to tell Dagan, thank you very much. It was a very exciting race. I don't know what more we can ask from this league here from everybody, man. Just overall exciting. Even the broadcasters were pretty good tonight. Just want to throw that out.
Well, Chris Golden, buddy, your final take, man. Thank you for obviously covering me as Tracy and yourself covered the first race for the American division. I guess Charles Oberg was not available. Emmett Crow, I guess, wasn't available tonight as well. I see him pop into the box now, but obviously in the books, another fun time at Southern National. And, man, your final take of things, sir. Great racing. It's really cool to see first-time winners also break through and win, too.
It really is. And it seems like every time I jump in this booth, something exciting like that happens where we have a new winner. I guess I need to come in more often to keep Justin out of victory lane. I guess that's the only way to do it, apparently. But I'm like his curse when it comes to these places. But it's a really cool the aspect of this thing. A lot of people haven't realized that happened entirely by accident. Leadfoot running Southern National this Sunday. The Golden Racing League running Southern National on Wednesday, and of course, the Moody Memorial this past weekend for the Haley was able to run in real life. All of these races synced up to be within a week of each other, and it was absolutely accidental. It's really cool to me when things like that work out to where all of these things, it really shows that there's a higher power out there that is coordinating these things, and it was meant for us to work together and to do this thing and to help each other, whether it be iRacing or broadcasting or just in life. Like we as people were meant to help each other, and that kind of brings that to fruition there. Just little things like that I love to pick up on, and signs and things like that, and really cool aspect of this race tonight. Very clean, very green, just a very few yellows within both races, and it's not often you get action like that and green flag racing. Man, what a heck of a night at the racetrack.
It certainly was, and obviously we will now virtually pack up our luggages and haulers and take the iRacing traveling circus up the road from the high banks of Kinley in eastern North Carolina to western North Carolina, just outside of the mountains of Asheville, to Hickory Motor Speedway, one of the famed racetracks known as the birthplace of NASCAR stars. Obviously, Nine of Rhodes will carry his momentum of winning tonight here at Kinley in the Atlantic Cabinet Company 125. Tristan Trantham as well to try to bring in that momentum to Hickory throwback night. And yes, they're going to go 150 laps next Sunday night as well. The American Tour will be the 9 o'clock race. The National Tour will be at 7, National at 7, American at 9 on all of these broadcast partners. LSRTV on the West US, the East US on Leadfoot TV, and obviously radio-wise on the Community Radio Network, as we have been wide open on the radio all week long with basketball, baseball, regionals, state championships this week, and obviously with real stock car racing and iRacing as well. As we close the cap from Asheboro, North Carolina, live up topside from the Caraway Speedway. Want to send a big thank you to Darren Hackett and Tina Lackey, the promoter and the bosses of this awesome facility, for letting me be the final man that literally leaves the property after calling racing for iRacing up topside for the LFRL in the broadcast booth. And with that being said, we will see everybody at Virtual Hickory next Sunday. For the Brown family, for Tracy Brown on production, Chris Golden. Hey, wait a minute. Before we get off the air, I almost forgot about it, Tracy. I about damn sure done it again. We need to find the oh yeah moment of the race presented by Cottle Chassis and 4Wide Motorsports. Chris, what is your nominee for the oh yeah moment of the race, the heck yeah moment of the race? What do you think it is?
Oh, I've got to say when Justin Brooks got into the corner with Rhodes
I think
and
so
Wilson,
too.
and Rhodes was able to save it when they were 3 wide there with Rhodes in the middle. I think I got to give it to Rhodes on that one. The oh yeah moment of the race.
That the heck yeah move of the race presented by 4Wide Motorsports. As we're talking 100 miles an hour, we're going back to a run. We're trying to find what happened right about now, as this was the battle going on. Keep an eye on the 33, down to the inside, to the left rear, got into Rhodes. Rhodes corrected. Wilson goes around, and the 33 damage on the Brooks car possibly a penalty for jumping the restart, all of those things, like a building ready to explode with demolition. The virtual wall came tumbling down for the dominator of the LFRL, for Justin Brooks. And I think that indeed is the Four Wide Motorsports hell yeah move of the race. Heck yeah to not making your liberals mad, but hell yeah, praise Dale, move of the race, no doubt about it. So there it is. I made sure I did it this time. So Tracy, there you go. Let's get the heck off the air. So there it is. That moment of the race closes us out. We're on to Hickory next Sunday night. For again, Tracy Brown, Chris Golden, Golden Racing, much love to my other commentators, Charles Oberg and Emmett Crow. This is the voice of the Leadfoot Racing League iRacing Late Model Tour, Wesley Outland from Caraway Speedway, signing off. Good night, and congratulations to Rhodes, the National Division winner of the Atlantic Cabinet Company 125. Good evening from Virtual Kenley, and thanks for watching or listening.